we're hearing exclusively from one of the last people who talked to Fotis Dulos before his suicide attempt. A bondsman says Dulos called for help before his emergency hearing yesterday. NBC Connecticut's Shannon Miller has our exclusive story.
Fotis Dulos' former bondsman Mark Motuxzick telling us that he got a call from Fotis yesterday morning asking him for help. He says when he called Fotis back that Fotis had a different tone.
Fortunately, I don't know if just all got to him at that point, and he just said the heck with it.
He's been by Fotis Dulos' side since his first two arrests. And yesterday morning, Dulos' bondsman Mark Motuxzick says he may have been one of the last people Dulos spoke with before trying to take his own life.
And he asked me, what do I need to take over? Those were his words, the bail that he's on. We're referring to the $6 million.
At 9:53, Motuxzick says Dulos called him to see if he could take over the bond that was up for an emergency hearing. The bondsman told him it would be a process.
I say that I would give him a call back in a little while because he said he was on his way to his attorney's office.
At 10:34, about 40 minutes later, Motuxzick says he called Dulos back. He said Dulos' demeanor had changed.
He was like, it's all set. Something to that effect. It sounded like he was working out. It was almost like he was, I don't know, kind of out of breath.
Motuxzick was the first bondsman to try to secure Dulos' most recent $6 million bond. It says it needed thorough review. Palmetto Surety Corporation, the insurance company that ended up backing the bond, saying today that they called the court for a hearing after one of the 6 properties that Dulos had used for collateral had been foreclosed on in December.
We at Palmetto Surety actually received a complaint from the Department of Insurance in Connecticut concerning the collateral on this particular bond.
Motuxzick said Dulos had always maintained he loved his kids and that he had an explanation for the accusations against him. Dulos has pleaded not guilty to the murder and tampering with evidence charges and hindering prosecution.
Whatever happened along the way with the bond being posted, I think this was possibly something that might have just put him over the edge.
Motuxzick tells us that he and Fotis Dulos spent quite some time together here at the Farmington home. Fotis telling him at one point some nights he would go up to his children's room and cry because of the ongoing case. In Farmington, Shannon Miller, NBC Connecticut News.